From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the New York Jets. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a man in for an expanded role in 2023. It's James Cook. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Hey, hold. What's that?
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So for the Bills, Charles, a lot of people see them as the favorites to unseat Kansas City, not just as AFC champions, but potentially as Super Bowl champions. You take a peek at their first month of the season, the Jets tonight, home for the Raiders next week, then at Washington, home for the Dolphins before they make the trip to London in Week 5.
And it looks like a slate that's going to challenge them, and it probably will, but it's also one that's manageable. They've got a big-time offense and a defense that's been #1 in the league the last couple of seasons. They believe this is their year.
A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete here. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Rodgers going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Yes, go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Check 30.
Now Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to... when you can, especially on 3rd down, and 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Inside.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Rodgers with a pass caught by Conklin. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown. Breece Hall. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
On 2nd down, Cook. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice time.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Quinton Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Fighting his way through contact and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set. Huge fourth down conversion. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Coleman, the man in motion left. And that is incomplete. He did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. Now 2nd and 3. Here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers again now. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Jets. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And boy, this defense again really making... as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fielded just inside the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Straight ahead is Hall. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Room here to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Play action. Now it's Allen. And Cook has it left side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground. Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bills are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Here's Bass now to send it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left for being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
74 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keeps the clock.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 32 yards. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. To throw, it's Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Paul ought to give up the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 144 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw right side, Wilson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yep.
And this is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Garrett Wilson. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Rodgers throwing here. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Jets, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on.
I can get it gone in a blink. We can make a from the same. He can make a call if he tweet. I can make a ball when I speak. Brother used to hide 100. The hatchback partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause her that we don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash in the middle. Boy, I just solved the riddle for this pound cake. Giggles, now I see fiddle all around me. Little, my head was on a swivel. He was pushing the rental. Ain't it coincidental? He ain't really talking money. Who he talking to? Homie hopping, need a they awesome. I can charge a band to get a glimpse of what I'm about to do. They be talking to every about what they ought to do. Yeah, I ain't tripping off of nothing. My name is Topic Discussion. If I give them attention, they all would probably start blushing. So power and hunt is the only thing that I'm crushing on. Bonafide, stood on everything that I stepped on. I can get it gone in a blink. We can make a from the sink. He can make a call if he tweet. I can.
I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing hate to say. Let 'em talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around.
Yeah, I should've served the other one, but he right back for another one. Quarter on a quarter, how you double up right off the bus. Soon as he touched down, run the money up. 1-on-1. Water, a little vinegar mix is tough, and I'm taking another. Still plenty room, you get money with my run, been nothing but stun. I done upped a bunch of them. This what got them ducking me. Don't come out the house like a punishment. The ones they jumping me. 4-5 years and they work is numbing me. Too forever. She won't rush me. Ask anybody what's up with me. Rolling but off. Been up a week, why could never out hustle me? They was older, broker than the younger me. Back then they couldn't fuck with me. I ain't never punched no card or made no money off no. Stay focused, you won't live. The net and what you post on it don't mean to a real. All it takes for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it takes for you that paper, now you feel different. All it takes don't talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it takes for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I swear I don't feel. Make me feel different. I swear I don't feel. I never feel. G-ski established. Better bow her head when I walk past her. Where your manners? As a kid, stayed with my granny. Daddy went to jail for. Lost my only chance being happy. Damn, what happened? Outcome match my actions. Talk, then I back it. Great example. I'm the standard. Come to preach on what you practice. Actually, I can't fathom or rationalize and move past it. He determined this from his section. Island daily, well respected, well connected. Live there, tell me God gon' let us in the heaven with you. Focus, you won't live. The net and what you.
Look at